Hello, Leo, and welcome to Bunnycat's Oracle. It is great to have you here. Today, I'm going to be doing your general tarot reading for September 2020, and I will be using the Wonderland Tarot. Today, I will show you the box. I'll be using this a lot on the channel. It's my favorite deck right now, so it deserves an official introduction. This is by Chris and Morgana Abbey, based, of course, on Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland stories. Absolutely my favorite. I will also be clarifying with my Smith Waite Tarot deck, a little bit more of a classic deck, just to look a little deeper into your cards if need be. I'll be doing a Celtic Cross reading today. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody in exactly the same way because we're all individuals. Tarot cards are just for fun. I happen to really enjoy them and I really enjoy sharing them. But I always say take everything with a grain of salt. If it doesn't apply to you, don't let it drive you crazy. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And feel free to tell me all about it in the comments after. I'd love to hear if any of this hits home with you. Before I begin, I'm going to say a little prayer for my Leo friends who are joining me today. I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe from harm, and that all your best wishes come true. Let's get into it. All right, what do we have in store for Leo? September 2020. September 2020. Messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to know? What's coming up for my little baby lions for September 2020, please? I got the deck. And let's begin. Ooh. All right, and bottom of the deck, ooh, 9 of hats. Wow. Leo, you are sitting pretty this month. This is the card of a dream come true. You may be making your dreams come true. I feel like you have, because in the present position, look at what have you got here, the 10 of hats. This is the card of the happy family. Now, what I love about this particular version of this card, I'm just going to hold it close so you can see, is that it's not the typical Christian conservative idea of what a happy family needs to look like. Usually in the Rider-Waite deck, we see a man and a woman and 2 kids and a dog, and that's all good and great. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not everyone's idea of a happy home, a happy family. Here we see Alice relaxing at home. She's got a little friend. Is it a cat? I think it's actually a mouse. And she's just knitting and meaning she's doing some kind of craft that obviously brings her a sense of joy and peace and just really enjoying herself, feeling very accomplished as well. The way the hats are sitting on the mantle above her, it feels like some awards or something that she wants to show off. So you're feeling very happy at home, and whatever that means for you this month. Some of you have families, some of you have wives, husbands, pets, some of you are living alone, and that's your definition of happiness. And that's great, but it's a really, really wonderful card to see in your present, and I'm extremely happy for you. You know, it's funny, I was while I was waiting for my last video to upload before I did your video, I just jumped on the trampoline for a second to mix things up a bit and had some disco music playing, and the song that came on was I think it's called Freak Out or something like that. It goes, freak out, dun, 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 dun. The freak says chic. It's just such a happy song. And so when I sat down to do your reading, that's a song that I still had playing, and I just felt such joyous, just such celebratory vibes here. And maybe that's coming from you, my Leo friends, but I'm very, very happy for you this month because I feel like you're really getting into it. Crossing you, we have the 8 of flamingos. Now, this is a card of fear generally, so it's not like, the happiest card in the world, but I just feel like you're a little nervous about something. And it's kind of like imaginary fears, like what's weird about this card is that like the flamingos can't really actually hurt Alice, but there's just so many of them that she can't help but feel a little nervous about it. And she's kind of afraid to step ahead because, on one side you have flamingos, on the other side you have more flamingos. Behind you have more flamingos. And then in front of you, you've got water, but it's just a little puddle of water. There's not really that much danger there, but she feels like there is. So this is a bit of a challenge for you. And I can't help but think that all the kids are going back to school this month, and if you have small children at school, at home, you're obviously going to be very nervous about sending them back to school and then having them pick up whatever bugs and whatever's going around, and the coronavirus and this and that is a very real fear. That's not petty. It feels petty in this card, but I mean it is a legit concern. I just feel like if you're safe and if your kids are safe and you educate them as much as you can about keeping their hands clean and wearing their masks, and even if there's pressure around, to not wear a mask, just do the right thing and you'll be okay. Okay. We all just have to do our part to try and be safe. These are really uncertain times we're living in, but don't beat yourself up about feeling nervous or worried, because I do feel like you're in a very, very good position, better than most. And you have a lot going on for you. So don't let any worries eat away at you, okay? Recent past, you have the High Priestess. Something intuitive going on. Some secrets revealed. Something came out. You got some kind of news. And this is generally good news. It can also be about a young person setting off, like someone who's artistic. But this is a past influence, and I feel that this page is a messenger. I'm going to let you think about it. When you look at this page, what do you see? Does it remind you of somebody? You can decide that for yourself. But you've learned something in the recent past. Something has come to light. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets. I love this card. This is also the card of Pisces, so could have heard from a Pisces, not necessarily, but something has come to light, and it could be something that you had a gut feeling about. You've learned something about someone, and you do have an ending coming up in your near future. So now it's not the end of the world. Numerologically, this card links with the Ace of Flamingos, which is about truth and understanding. You can't go through an ending like this and not come out with some sort of truth at the end of it, right? So there's something that's been brought to light about someone in your life, and it's going to cause the end of that relationship. But it's only minor arcana stuff. It's nothing that you can't handle. The good thing about the Ten of Flamingos, it tends to be a breakdown in relationship. It's not a good one. There's usually some betrayal involved, and there's a final ending, okay, I cannot work with this person anymore, or I can't be in a relationship with this person anymore. Can't be your friend anymore. It's that kind of thing. But the good thing is that not only does it bring you a sense of truth and peace in the end, but it's also just the idea of okay, it's finally over. There's a relief that comes with that. And if you look in the distance, there's this beautiful horizon. There's something new ahead that you can finally work towards. You don't have to be caught up in worrying and wondering and squabbling. So just listen to your intuition and do the right thing, Leo. Crowning you, you have the Two of Flamingos. Now this card is like a minor arcana shout out to the High Priestess with the two. The High Priestess is also the two, as you can see. And with the moon here, that's the shout out to the High Priestess. This is the caterpillar, the caterpillar that asks, "Who are you?" This is also the card of blocking. If you're blocking someone on social media or taking a rest, taking a break, it could be a stalemate or a truce. Sometimes you just don't have enough information, or it's just not worth arguing anymore with someone, and so you just have to just kind of take a break from them. This is showing up as a strength. So I feel like you're the one that's cutting someone or something out of your life. You're using your intuition to make the right decision, like I said, something's been brought to light here, and there's somebody that needs to go. And at the moment, you've kind of cut them off, and it is the right thing to do. I'd like to clarify this a bit, just so we can get a little bit more information. I don't mean to scare you, because there's nothing scary here, but I'm going to clarify the Ten of Flamingos to see what or whom is ending here. Please clarify the Ten of Flamingos for my Leo friends who clicked on this video today. Oops, clarify the 10 of, okay, there we go. Oh, Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah, and this is the card of cutting people out of your life. I'm going to move it up a bit so we make a little more room. And the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Someone is going and then someone else is coming in, or some new passion. You're cutting someone off. The Queen of Swords has very, very strong boundaries. She doesn't let any BS get by. This is being very, very logical. But also, I can't help but feel that maybe this is the person that's leaving, just the way that it's falling. Could be an air sign that you're dealing with. It could be a female air sign, a woman who is very, very perceptive. Could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or what are the other air signs here? A Libra. Could also be a Libra. It doesn't have to be, but someone who thinks with their head. They could also be a little critical. Kind of getting that sense as well. Maybe somebody who is critical of you, almost like I don't know, like an in-law. Like it's not necessarily a romantic situation. You know, it could be someone that's like a bit of a rival in some way, a friend who is a little bit in competition with you. But there's a lot of passion here. This is generally a really positive card. So you may have a new passion that's coming in, or you may have like a passionate debate, right? Because passion can be good, can be anger, you know, can be lust, it can be sex. So it just depends on what you do with it, you know, and how you direct it. I want to clarify this a little bit more. Will you please clarify the Ace of Wands? Oh, and now we got the Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we have two queens. So I feel like there's a rivalry, but there's a passion. I can't help but feel like this is to do with an affair for somebody. I don't like saying that. And if that doesn't apply to you, then that actually makes me really happy. But either you were having an affair with one of these women, or you learned of one or both of these women in your life. Someone is having a lot of passion for one or both of these women, and that's ending. That's got to go. So it's either that they're being cut out, or that you're cutting out the person who is doing this to you, like behind your back. Because there can't be more than two queens in the picture, right? And I feel like because you have the 10 of Cups in your home life position and you're happy, and you know, you don't want anything messing with that happiness, you know what I mean? So one or both of these ladies has to go. Okay, well, I hope it's not anything terrible, but let me know. Let me know in the comments how that plays out for you. That's interesting, but it could go a lot of different ways, or it could not apply at all, because again, it's just cards. Now, in your attitude position, you have the 6 of Oysters. Somebody else got this, and now I don't remember. I think it might have been Scorpio. Yeah, I think it was Scorpio. The attitude of sharing is caring. This card is also associated with inheritances, but right now this is about how you're acting, how your best attitude as well. As you can see, Alice has quite a big cake to enjoy here. It's more than enough cake for one little girl. She does not need to keep it all to herself. And all these oysters here are hungry, and they'd be happy to share that cake with her. So a generous spirit, I'm feeling. You're sharing with other people around you. You are well situated at the moment and giving to others. But I think also it's the idea of fairness. This card is also associated with give and take, because it's the 6, and the 6 is about like balance. Things have to be in balance. You don't want to give to people who are only constantly taking from you. You know, you do want to share, but you're like sharing selectively. And you don't want people in your life who don't feel the need to share back, even if it isn't in a financial way, but just being, you know, generous in spirit, generous in conversation, being a good shoulder to cry on at times, being a good friend. You know, you want people who are pulling their weight as well, however that means for you. But you are feeling very generous. And that's great. And that's also a good way to take your mind off of your own worries. I had the same message for Scorpio, which is that, when we're helping others who are less fortunate than us, it does a lot for our confidence. It makes us forget about our own problems, which seem so petty in comparison. So it is really something that we do for ourselves, even though it seems so altruistic. So that is great. In your external environment, you have the Ace of Flamingos. Isn't that funny? Because as I said earlier, this is the card that links numerologically with the 10 of Flamingos, because the 10 reduces to the 1, and this is the same suit here. This is about truth, clarity, victory. So you've got this eyes wide open type of situation. I also feel like, because this is your external environment, the people around you are no longer going to lie to you. If someone has been sneaking around in the past, they're going to be ready to open up and to tell you the truth now, which is nice. It's refreshing. And do with that what you may. But you are going to get the truth out of people. I'm also feeling just a sense of success in your work life and in your home life. Even if you're working from home, I feel like, because this card is also associated with victory, that your business is going to be much more successful, or your work, or whatever it is that you're doing. In your hopes and fears, you have the Hermit. Oh, dear Leo. This little mouse that's going back into his teacup. I actually get the sense that he was just about to come out of the teacup. Like, he's like, is it safe to come out now? Can I come out now? And he looks around and he's like, nope. He's going back in. So, and that's understandable. Like this Hermit energy is universal energy right now for everyone in 2020. Everyone is getting this card, because we're all being asked to stay home, don't go out, don't be social, and of course, right? Because we want to keep everyone safe. We don't want to spread a deadly disease, of course, right? But it's difficult. It's hard on a lot of people. Social isolation is not, the healthiest thing for us, especially if you're a very extroverted type of person. And so, you hope to come out, you're afraid that it might not be safe to come out. It's obviously creating a lot of stress for you. Don't be so hard on yourself, Leo, because everyone is feeling that way. Sometimes I find great comfort in knowing that the things that worry me and the things that make me feel sad and scared and alone are universal. Like it's the same things for everyone else as well. So when we feel the most alone, it's actually when we are the most connected to the global consciousness around us, because trust me, everyone else is feeling that way as well. And all you have to do is reach out. You can talk to people on the internet, you can talk to your friends, you can make new friends, you can go on Reddit, you can go on Quora, you can come here on YouTube and get into a conversation with a stranger in the comments, and you will find that the things that you are feeling and experiencing and fearing are very universal. And the best we can do is try and support each other during this time and create a sense of community and give each other hope and lift each other up. And that is an absolutely beautiful thing. In your outcome position, I see you really focusing on your finances and being very frugal, saving your money, really watching your spending habits this month, sticking to a very strict budget. And this is a good thing. You're being very prudent. I don't see a lack of money. I actually see someone who's very abundant in this spread and is probably doing better than most. But I see you being very careful with your money, which is not a bad idea. But the message of card number 7 was, don't be afraid to share a little bit. You're doing better than you think you are. It seems like in your head you think, oh God, everything's falling apart and I'm running out of cash. But I don't think you are. I think you have more than enough. And I think you can afford to share a little bit and stop worrying so much, I'm going to close out your reading today with an animal spirit oracle, just because they're so sweet and it's just such a lovely way to end a reading. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck from Kim Krantz. I'll show you the box. Oops, there we go. Can you see? Okay. I love it. It's very shiny. This is this sweet little box. And it comes with this sweet little guidebook. It's actually quite a big guidebook. You don't usually get a book this big with your oracle cards. And I'm actually going to read to you right from the book because I love the messages that the author has written for each card. It's very unique. So, Spirit, please tell me, what animal spirit messages do we have for Leo in the month of September 2020? What do my baby lions need to hear? What animal spirit messages do my baby lions need to hear? Oh, here we go. The elk. Wow. You are the third sign to get the elk, and I swear I'm not stacking the deck. I've gotten this 3 times in a row now. Virgo got it, and Capricorn got it as well. So my Leo friends, you may actually have some friends that are Virgos and Capricorns. You may be working with them as well. You all have this kind of leader, sort of fatherly energy about you this month. I will read from the book. Okay, I feel like I just passed it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Elk is stable, resilient, headstrong, and the father. Now, father or mother or, non-gender denominational parent type figure. Take it however it resonates with you, okay? It's just energy. It's not about sex. So, the great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, elk is supportive, kind, and consistent. When out of balance, it is pretentious, high and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. Wow. Cool. So sounds like you're really holding down the fort here, Leo, and doing a really good job of it. And yeah, you may be making some tweaks to your diet too, but don't be so hard on yourself about that, okay? We've all been eating and drinking and smoking a little too much these recent months, and that's a perfectly natural reaction. We just have to know when to kind of like rein it in. But I see you taking very, very good care of your family, your loved ones, and your friends this month, and other people in your community who could use a lending hand. And I see you feeling very intuitive, very much in touch with your intuition and your emotions. And asking more of the people around you, asking them to be honest and straightforward, not taking any BS from anyone. And this is great. This is really, really lovely. I wish you a safe and happy and productive and healthy month. And I hope to see you again very soon on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure to do your reading. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.